living in a silent mind, freedom from suffering, simply being. The story of you is a wave upon the ocean. This wave believes it's separate from the ocean. In figuring out what sort of wave it should and shouldn't be, it compares itself to other waves. It tries to fulfill expectations and feels judged by others and judges itself. It believes acquiring things will bring happiness. This wave has forgotten a fundamental truth, the source of its existence. It has forgotten that it's the ocean and can never be separate from it. Realizing you're the ocean, not the wave, uncouples the attachment to thinking mind and returns you to a silent mind. When judgments and expectations fall away, you dissolve back into the perfection of simply being, where identification with thought and thinking is seen through. It's easy to be sucked back into the conditioning of the thinking mind with its negative emotions and behavior patterns, so you need to be vigilant. Unless you're mindful, your conditioning breathes life into the old thinking patterns. True mindfulness is being aware that you're the ocean and recognizing when the story of you takes over, pulling you back into the constricted and limited perspectives of the wave. In the blink of an eye, you're back into your story of comparisons, expectations, judgment, anxiety, fear, and concern. The story of you desperately wants to stay in control, believing it can keep you safe. However, in the effort to control, it unwittingly fans the flames of fear and concern. In fact, it brings the illusion of the future into the present, and you find yourself living in fear of something that hasn't happened and may never happen. It's prudent to plan ahead. If we don't pay attention to the future, then chaos will meet us there. However, if we plan from a silent mind, we're bringing peace and simplicity to the task because we're living in the present moment. We come from presence of mind and clarity of thought rather than from fear, and therefore we make practical, calm and sensible decisions. In a silent mind, you're planning from the stillness of the ocean depth, not from identification with the ever-changing wave forms, where your energies are constantly focused on reacting to the surface drama. Planning is born from present moment awareness that's already fulfilled and at peace, and therefore your future unfolds from that place of contentment rather than from a sense of privation and concern. We've been conditioned to believe that happiness and fulfillment are to be found in the external trappings of our lives. In reality, the joy is within. Looking to the world of things to find peace and fulfillment will always feel hollow and unfulfilling. Our conditioning places a strong emphasis on the thinking mind, which is constantly trying to find ways to fulfill us and bring joy, and its focus is always external. You're continually overlooking the peace that's waiting to be discovered in the present moment. Because of your attachment to thoughts and identification with the story of you, you miss what's right in front of you. Slow down and come to a stop. All it takes is recognition that you are not what you think. Once you rest and relax the grip on the story of you, you fall into the beauty and simplicity of the present moment, of being alive, right here and right now. You can drop into the present moment at any time you choose. Let go of the need to be thinking of what to do next. Let go of control just for a few seconds. Drop into the present moment and recognize that you are this present moment. Perfect and uniform like the sky. Needing nothing, wanting nothing, just being. This is a place of truth. A truth free from knowledge, beyond the known and unknown. A truth you can live, a truth so close you don't see it. You are it. You've always been this truth. You're the perfect uniform sky, embracing all and forever at peace. This lives within you. You are a silent mind. Drop into that peace. From this space, action will happen, and you will move forward in life in a positive and natural way. You will think and act from a place of simplicity, free from concern, free from fear. Life goes on as before, but without you getting in the way. Bliss is not something you gain, it's the absence of the story of you. When the story of you is seen through and the pressure to act falls away, along with fear, worry, and concern, what remains is bliss. The bliss of simply experiencing what's happening without thinking something else should be happening, without the need to control what's happening or what's going to happen. Bliss is freedom from the story of you. The present moment is an invitation to drop beneath the story of you and experience the peace within. And there's no need to feel pressured finding inner peace, because the present moment is always available. When your thoughts go to the future and return with illusions of worry and concern, that's your ego pulling you back into fear, trying to restrict and confine you in the mistaken belief that you need protection from life, not realizing that you are life. Freedom is living in a silent mind. This freedom is available in each and every moment. You simply have to separate from your thinking mind and recognize that you are not your thoughts. This message requires a repetition because you have a lifetime of conditioning to overcome. Identifying with every thought arising in your mind is second nature. Even when you have a moment in a silent mind, the very next second you will find yourself dragged back into the conditioned identification with thoughts and thinking. There are no tears here. In the heart, there is always peace. Don't look to the world of conceptual thinking for truth. Instead, enter the heart. Reside there just for a moment. A silent mind lives in the heart. It will welcome you home. It embodies you. You don't have a silent mind. You are a silent mind. And the heart knows this. In the heart there is joy and serenity, peace and freedom. Freedom from insane mind games. Freedom from the constant mind chatter. Freedom from the thoughts that whisper you're incomplete and lacking and in need of something more. A silent mind lives in the heart, radiating out into your whole being. We have lost connection with this embodied harmony. We falsely identify with a voice in the head, our thinking mind. We identify ourselves by how well we can apply the thinking mind to give us what we believe we need. But all the possessions in the world won't bring us joy or peace. That is to be found within. Return to the present moment at every opportunity. This is where a silent mind lives. You simply need to see through the conditioned self, the illusion of your story, and fall back into the peace and serenity of simply being alive. Just sitting on a chair, breathing in the overwhelming miracle of being alive.